Welcome back. It's now time for Celebrity Chat, and joining me today is an internet sensation comedian, Victor Naman. Welcome to the show. And I'm wondering about your brand of comedy and why you pick it, because I've seen some few clips and it's hilarious stuff. I don't know if you have a clip so that you can play it so that everyone can get a view, for those of you who do not know about you, about what you do online and some of the comedy that you choose. Well, we'll get those clips later on, but then Victor, tell us about what inspired you to get into comedy.
Okay, what inspired me to get into comedy is when I was in primary school, secondary, college,
yes,
guys used to tell me, "Hey, Victor, you are so funny, you are so funny." So that really inspired me and to start doing some online content.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were essentially the class clown.
Yes.
But is this in nature? Is this a way of dealing stress? I mean, how come are you just naturally funny?
People say I'm naturally funny because right from secondary school, when the teacher walked out of class,
yeah, I
would now start imitating the teacher, you know, imitating the class rep, you know, and sometimes I would actually get into trouble for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the things that were making you get into trouble are literally what you're using to make a living.
Yeah.
And basically you chose social media as your output. And you on YouTube you have 60,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I have 60,000 on YouTube,
yeah,
and over 360 on Facebook.
And that is incredible. So how did you, because most comedians would aspire to be on TV all the time, or they would aspire to be on certain platforms, but then you chose to use what you have, that is social media and the internet, and in this day and age it is actually paying off. Tell us about that journey from the first day you did actually post a clip of yourself online.
First I've been on TV.
Yeah, but you know, the natural dream would just be, let me be that TV, you know, comedian. But obviously you're choosing to take advantage, as many entertainments do, of social media and the internet as well. Not just focusing on the big platform going international, but you're also focusing on what people can readily access, right?
Yes. So first, I saw online there is so much freedom on doing online comedy,
yes,
as opposed to mainstream. Mainstream is so limiting. Like I can wake up today, something is trending about, let's say, aflatoxin.
Yes, yes.
Then I come up with something in the morning, shoot, and pop,
and that is
it's on the net, and it's trending. It's viral all over.
It's quite quick, and the response, I imagine, is immediate, right?
And I don't have to script. Mtu aniscriptia niambie you have
this
to remove this, because I know what my fans want. So I give it raw.
That's when inspiration strikes, you have your phone or whatever gadget, you shoot it, and you have it out there for your fans. Now we have a clip about, we were talking about aflatoxin, so we have a clip of that, a dramatization of a frustrated consumer. Now let's take a look at that clip before we go on with our conversation.
As the chairman of Ukali Eaters Association, Kenya and the entire East Africa, I'm here to condemn in the strongest term possible ile declaration ambayo ilitoka jana ati kuna unga mbaya. Unga mbaya ndio kuambia nini? Sisi ile unga yenye tunajua ni mbaya ni cocaine. Mtu kwa nini why are we being targeted? Why are we being targeted? Kwa sababu kwa nini tu watu wa kukuna ukali ndio tunakuwa targeted? Kwa sababu hatujawaisikia. Hawajaisikia tu waru, kitu kama wari imekuwa declared ati ni mbaya. Kwa nini tu unga? Ni ukiangalia hao watu wenye wanatutikileia ati unga si iko na aflatoxin, wako huko Nairobi. Watu wa Nairobi nyewe, watu wa Cape wanakaa huko headquarters za Nairobi. Nyewe mnajua mambo ya ukali. Mnajua mambo ya ukali. Kama ni unga ikuwe declared ni mbaya, waache ikuwe na wakuje place kama Kakamega to test sisi. Tuseme kama ni mbaya, ama ni nzuri, kwa sababu hakuna watu wenye wanakulanga huko maspaghetti sijui manini wanakuja kutuambia ati unga ni mbaya. Now
That is hilarious. But then it actually does capture the situation on the ground, because that's a question we're asking ourselves. What do we eat? Is your goal to actually, you know, capture the feelings of the common mwananchi, or is that your inspiration when it comes to comedy?
First, I come up with funny content on something that is trending. Like,
yes.
For example, it's very bad that this aflatoxin thing.
Yeah.
So, but as much as we are suffering, as much as people are so angered about this, I always find a way that we can, the funny side of it.
Yes.
Hata kama tuko na shida,
we have to laugh.
kidogo.
And I'd be curious about the feedback that you get when you post this kind of content. What do your fans say about it?
My fans really like it, and I'm always on toes. Like, if something happens in the country, unasikianga tu Victor, I get DMs, inboxes, you know, aflatoxin imefanyika, kibra imefanyika, we want a clip on this.
On this,
so
yes.
And the feedback is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. What is the need for humor in Kenyan society? Because we do have tough economic times. Do you see the benefit of this kind of content to people who might otherwise be stressed or just in deep thoughts about what to do next when things fall apart or when the economy is not very promising?
Yeah, first we must agree that these are a stressed country.
Yeah,
these are hard economic times.
Yeah.
Hard economic times. Now, mtu ananid tu kucheka. So that's what I do. Sometimes maybe mtu akuko ushago anaona video yangu labda hajaona news. He or she hasn't seen something about aflatoxin. So sometimes I also educate them to find out what is actually going around the country. So humor is good during this hard economic time. It's your hard times, but
no, it's hard times for everyone, trust me. Now, I'm thinking about the challenges, because the industry, making people laugh is not easy.
So hard. Kenyans.
It's not easy. So tell us about the challenges and the hardships that you've gone through in your pursuit to have a successful career in comedy, and what you have done to overcome said challenges.
So one of the biggest challenges is that I have a huge fan base.
Yeah.
And these are people who trust that you are funny because they have followed you, because ever since those times, from day one, they actually acknowledged my content. So I always don't want to disappoint them.
Yeah.
So one of the big challenge is that I have to always be on toes to come up with content, and it has to be funny.
Yes.
Ukipost kitu mbaya unajua tu Victor ndiye anatuchekeshanga. Sisi tunataka kucheka, hatutaki kujua. So one of the big challenge is that I must follow up what is happening around the country, and I must give them my clips, my content as early as possible.
As soon as possible.
Aflatoxin ikifanyika jioni wako na clip. Like immediately.
Yes, that is quite interesting, but then it is a good problem to have. Yeah, because the people trust that you are hilarious. I mean, it would be unfortunate that nobody is asking you for content, because that would mean that you're not.
Because like the clip we've just watched here, I just posted them 2 days ago. It has close to 200,000 views.
Wow.
And like 2K shares.
Yes.
So it means people are appreciating it.
They're appreciating it, and obviously it's delivering what they want, and I'm sure they share. That's how come it gets a lot of views.
Yes.
Now, you did mention something earlier on about your education and you being funny, and sometimes it's landing into trouble, and it does paint a picture of how many parents do raise up their kids. We're told you need to become a doctor, you need to become a teacher. There are these mainstream jobs, but then some of those peculiarities about us might be the talent that could get us there. So what would you advise parents to do to encourage their kids to actually follow? Because this is talent, this is art, and it's making a living for you. It's what you're doing for a living. You're not, but I don't know what you study. I don't think there are courses on comedy in our Kenyan campuses. But this is what you're doing. You followed your talent. So what advice would you give to parents and even kids who feel like this is my talent and I want to pursue it?
So what I would like to advise parents is let kids be kids. Wacha watoto wakuwa watoto. If you notice that your kid has this particular talent, bora si ya wizi. ikuwe ni kitu positive, anataka kukimbia, anataka kufanya comedy, anataka kupaint. It's a high time you embrace that talent and nurtured it, because white collar jobs mazeni ni kidogo.
Yeah.
And talent is even more paying than these white collar jobs. So you need to embrace them, nurture them. Kama ni pesa mpe, kama ni kurecord music, aenda record music, and if the guy, he or she is really passionate about it, definitely he or she is going to make it. So they should just embrace it. You never know.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. But then you're not only a social media comedian, you have been on TV as well. So it is, while you have to pursue, especially if you want to be a comedian, you have to pursue the journey. I'm sure it was not something, you didn't have a script for how to go about it.
Yeah.
So tell us about your journey getting into mainstream and, you know, making it to the numbers that you're having right now. I'm sure it was not easy. Was it your connections? Was it your talent? How did you go about it?
So first I was in mainstream. I've acted on Citizen. I've acted on QTV. I've acted on K24. These prank programs and other programs. But
how did you get there?
So
was it talent shows? How did you expose yourself to that opportunity?
First, you have to look for opportunities. Like unaweza enda pale National Theatre utafute audition iko wapi. Then ukisikia kuna event mahali. I would actually sneak into events and say I want to perform. Utanipatia mic ni perform ama, and naingia stage nachekesha watu. But then I felt like I had done so much mainstream and nilikuwa nimefika limit. Nikasema I need to try something else that is just going to let guys know who Victor is. So I now shifted from TV to now creating my own online content.
Absolutely. And whether it's on TV or online, the goal of using your talent is to make money, to have profit, to make a living. I know there's talent, but also lazima tukule ugali, as you were saying in that clip. So how do you go about making a living out of your talent?
First, I want to tell those who want to start that money should not be the focus.
The motivator?
It should actually be passion.
That may sound counterintuitive to some. You might seem like that is the wrong advice because, you know, we're all looking for money. So why is money not the thing that
But now you see, if your
focus?
target is money, it may actually frustrate you. Like for example, I've been doing online comedy for the past 3 years. I didn't make money for my first 2 years. So what you need to do is first brand yourself. Then once it's up there, then money is going to look for you.
Yes, because in those 2 years, if you hadn't made the money and if money was your focus, then you would have.
It's just like a business. You invest first. Okay.
Very interesting.
You will just find a few coins start coming in and utajua hata.
Unasema a few coins as if it's 3 shillings. But then you've talked about getting up there, and one of the elements of getting up there is that you're exposed to various leaders. And there's a clip that we're going to watch of you with the Deputy President. Let's take a look at that.
Kuna story nimesoma kwa Bible nikakasirika sana. Nikajihurumia, nikakuwa na huzuni. Yaani Yesu alilisha 5,000 people. Chakula ya bure na sikukua. Kwa nini yani nilimiss chakula ya bure? 5,000 walikula free. Na mkate na samaki. Alafu kitu inanikasirisha sana ni hiyo chakula ilibaki 12 baskets. Yaani chakula ilibaki. Kwa nini chakula ilibaki? Si ningekuwa tu nikule hiyo chakula. Hakuna mtu anaweza fanya miracle kama hiyo siku ya leo. Chakula ya bure ilienda hivyo. Sikukua. Na hiyo chakula ilibaki. Na hata hatujaambiwa penye ilibaki ilienda wapi. Sawa tu, sawa. Ni sawa.
Let me ask you, all your
That was by
clips,
then my very first clip.
that was your very first clip.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
And it went so viral.
Yeah, and you know, it's very simple. The logistics, are they expensive? Is it expensive to just go online and make content? Is it expensive, or how do you go about the logistics as we wind up the
It's not
conversation?
expensive, and that is what I always tell people. Like
Yeah.
the clip you've just aired, I shot it with just a 5,000 shilling smartphone,
Yeah.
and then I uploaded. So what I always tell people, if you have the content,
Yeah.
hata kama uko na kabambe iko na camera, we shoot
Put
and
it out
post.
there. Yeah.
Then once people start appreciating it, watu watakutafuta tu, hey, naweza kushutia by the way unafanya kitu poa, I can shoot for you, and it's not very expensive.
It's not
but with
expensive.
time now you also
You can
invest
upgrade.
on good equipment.
Yes.
Ukianza kumake a few
A
coins
few
here.
coins, as you put it.
You don't like the word a few coins.
Yeah, because we have this Kenyan sense of modesty when it comes to cash, but we know you're talking about a good amount of money that you can make a decent living out of if you're using your talent. Now, do you have anything prepared for us so that we can laugh also today? Do you have, is there something you can enact for us? I don't know what camera 2, that one?
Oh, camera 2.
Yes.
Oh, hiyo.
No, there's 3, yeah.
Ungeweka hapo kitu kama nini, Samos ndio ni concentrate. Sasa ukiweka tu kamera nini, kitu ya kwanza nataka ku appreciate my followers, na vile mnachua mimi ni chairman of Ukali Eaters Association East, the entire East Africa. Nimekuwa elected unopposed for 10 years. Kitu naweza ambia our followers, kama uko any other region, tunataka tufaitie hii maneno ya ukali, kwa sababu imetutarget sana. Ukali iko na aflatoxin, chips hatujawahi sikia, waru hatujawahi sikia. So hizo ndio vitu tunataka tufaitie. Unaangalia kama Nairobi CPT, hakuna posho meal. Hizo ndio vitu yafaa. We come up as members thousands, na si at Western region peke yake. Tuko na members Kakamega, tuko na watu Mombasa, North Eastern ndio hatuja recruit. Huko ni watu wasipaketi. So nesa ambia watu, let us continue in that spirit.
Absolutely. And you were talking about tea, so we have had
Nimeletewa chai. Ndio wife material. Sasa wewe ni mrefu, uko na mtu.
Amesema hana. So chance ndio hiyo sasa.
Unasavu, acha ni wife material, tu unapatia bwana nini? Unasavu, sema karibu mpenzi.
And what you're seeing here, this is Mr. Veta, a beauty queen right here, serving tea to the comedian Victor Naman. We jimwagie chai mwenyewe basi, usimstress wife material. We're going to take a short break, but that is just a taste of what is coming up next. The beauty queens are here in studio just to show us what they've got and tell us what they have been doing internationally to make Kenya proud. So do not go too far. This is Morning Express. We have more for you on our Friday edition.